Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning and good evening for uh, everyone joining from the world. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the India Cloud Security Summit, ICISS. Thanks for the organizers and the sponsors. Really, is a great effort. It's not an easy one. Did a very good job, and we are huge. 3 tracks are running, and you can able to learn huge information from the same day, right? You can able to get lot of stuff, lot of benefits oriented. Okay. Before starting, we have to know that I hope everyone know about that we win exciting prizes based on the your tools and your response in the questions, everything, right? And you can register the code. Okay. Based on that, you are getting some very good goodies, and we have a little excited prices, right? Really very good prices. Try on that. Okay. And this is a great event. There's the organizers. Thanks for that. They are contributing their amount to Youth Herbal Foundation. Is a small organization actively working towards providing 2 time healthy meals to the children residing in the slums of Delhi. This is a great thing. He's helping on that. Okay. Okay. Now we moving to our session. Okay. Let's say come to the event. Uh, why is showing like this? Okay. When you come to the today, what we are going to talk about is secure your data, because when you come to Power Platform, we need to know about data, right? Because everything Power Platform is data. We are going to talk about this today. Another 50 minutes we are going to talk. And I'm Jenkins. I'm MEP, MCT. I'm founder of JPower 4. I recently published my book, Building Solution with Microsoft Teams, and I'm specialist with Power Platform, Microsoft Teams, and SharePoint Framework. Okay, that's my brief introduction. Before just moving to our end, right? So you need to understand about the data. Okay, let's say you can see that last 5 6 years onwards, you can see every organization have huge number of data. Okay, compared to the previous days. Previous days we have a traditional data are more, but social data is very less. Okay, let's say we can have only communicator same time like that. We can able to communicate, or you can share the documents, files like using SharePoint portal, Salesforce, like that. We have a portals are there, and we can able to communicate. Okay, let's say when you come to last 5 6 years, we can see that every communicator, teams, or everything is, looks like huge details they are sharing. Okay, let's say people are working with agile model, DevOps model. That's a people sharing their information and working from remote. And now last 2 years, because of the pandemic situation, everyone 90% of employees are working from home, right? They can again you need to work all this agile model, and you can share all the details, chatting, everything, right? But your data is going like in numbers. We don't know where it is, what is the benefit, what's the reference to that. We can sharing in the documents all in your Microsoft Teams like that tools, right? We are having huge data, but everyone prefer to get that data and get some report, get some app, get some flow workflow to manage and review it and sharing it, right? So and also now another big thing is people are moving to the non-human agent, right? That's a virtual agents. Okay, that's virtual agents are very popular. Whenever go any sites, any banks, banking site, or any uh, whatever data you can go, whatever the websites, every organization try to bring to communicate with a virtual agent. That's a very popular, right? Recently Microsoft introduced, and last 1 year most of the customers started using virtual agent with a conversational bot. It's easy to develop, right? It's very fast to develop and deliver to the customer. And what a lot of benefits over there. Every product we have a few different product, right? Everything have a benefits. We how we are going to that. Okay, before that, the evaluation how it happened. So you need to understand the uh, how the Power Platform happened. We can say long back we have a custom solution solutions only. Okay, when you go with 2000 1998 like that, that's 90s years, everything we have all products are custom development. Nothing you can go with the product, right? So everything is says that custom development, or you can say that's a product. You can able to sell the product. It's not a portals. Okay, there's a product or custom softwares, and everything goes with the waterfall model. We can get all the information, and after 1 year only know that the product is how it looks. Okay, lot of challenges from customer end, because every 6 months we are growing, right? We are in the era as a more technologies, more digitalized we are, right? We can see that when you are child, it's we can see only TV, mobile, not even mobiles, some of the mobiles. When I was in college, everything, that's a mobiles little bit started. That's why we can say now everyone have, that's very fast we are moving. Okay, same way every organization also should move, right? Then if you're planning some project and delivering after 1 year, biggest challenge is the project really required or not. That's biggest challenge, right? That's why people move to the portals. Everyone thought of it, why portals we can easily to manage. We can just pay for the license and get it, like the Oracle Labs, SharePoint. Then we can say in the WestPR, like that we can have different portal products. They in document very much popular once upon a time, like 2003 to 2010, like that. We have portals are very popular. After that, we move to the agile methodologies, and like 2011, 12. That's it. Most of the organization moving agile. Now we can see everything's linked with the services, everything, and now we are moving to the DevOps method. And here in the Microsoft introduced, and every organization introduced that low code development. That's without writing any code. There's formulas you can achieve your data. Okay, it's look like a kids play with the sorry, building blocks, right? That building blocks, how easy to they play, and we can bring it, right? That's much fast, right? That's a day with the low code development arise. Now we are in the low code development, but how much Microsoft feel that we can going very fast because of last 2 months, 2 years, we are seeing that huge development happening in Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI, and now we started with Power BI virtual agent also with the data source, virtual data verse, Teams, and other data connectors. When you come to Microsoft Cloud, we have different clouds, right? Microsoft 365, LinkedIn, Microsoft Dynamics 365, GitHub, Microsoft Azure. These are the different products. Now we come to Microsoft Power Platform. We have another main products like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtualization. These are Power Platform thing. Now Power Automate, we have other product called Power Automate Desktop also. We can able to use the robotic processing analytics. We can able to do, we can able to without any service, we can able to work on it. Now we are coming with working huge data. Now security is a big challenge, right? Identity, what we want to secure, what data you need to bring, how you are granting the environment, how to grant to the users. Like these are the main challenges from every users. Okay, when you think about the governance, every organization ability to automate the process using drag and drop designer with the Power Automate, and they can able to use small application within a half an hour, 1 hour, like that. They are developing an application, or week and week, or 1 week or 2 weeks they completed the application. This is a big applications are going delivering, right? The powerful capabilities are available in the Power Platform. That's a, then you come to connectors, huge number of connectors. We have right now 518, I think. So yesterday I saw that 518 connectors are there. We have more connectors are coming. You can also able to submit. That's a lot of data involving in Power Platform. Without data, Power Platform, nothing like that. Is huge data. But then we need to think about the security, right? How we are going to control all the data. Okay. And another thing is, we can say teach everyone to code. That's not nowadays, because previously that is happening, that now turn everyone into a developer with low code. That's the reason is, now you can see 1 million developers shortfall, and we have 86% of companies struggling to hire tech talent. The reason behind is, when you come to say one project, they have a expectation is some artificial intelligence, machine learning, all the person who going to develop, they have a knowledge of cognitive services, as well as they have a knowledge of data science, data scientists, as well as they need to do that code using .NET with the C Sharp or any other React or any coding, right? That type of scenario is happening. But how we can find a resource? See, single person have multiple personality, right? Like that we can need to learn. That's not an easy job. It's, you can have a chance, then you need to work on it. You need to understand everything. You need to know. You need to know about the data. You need to know about the services, how we can proceed using cognitive services, and you need to know about all the data science, how the data work, and how to bring in the front to present the user. That's why we can know all this stuff in your end, right? That's a biggest challenge. That's the reason companies are struggling to hire the tech talent people. Okay, that's the biggest challenge nowadays going on. That's where people are now organization moving to turn everyone into developer with low code. That's a you are who is coming in the low code empower every dev to go faster because of business developers, that's a citizen developers, IT admins or professional developer, everyone can able to do the coding because just a Excel formula, then you are able to do that. Okay, you have a capability to do Excel formula, then obviously you have a capability to low code solution. Let's say anything you can go with Power BI or Power Apps or Power Automate or Power Virtual Agents. Everything is you need to just understand the application. Within a week you can learn and able to work on it. Any citizens is not you are not a developer. You are a business developer or a you business analyst or a IT admin or you are a normal end user. You can able to proceed with that. That's that much easy, right? But you need to think about security is very important, right? These all things you are granting. We can able to do. For example, I want to develop an application for my SharePoint. How easy it's just so who is new to here. For example, I'm using Power Apps. When you come to sign in, I'm creating one app. Okay, let's say without doing anything, just selecting the database. If I have a end user, what to do normally, I'm not ready to do any changes or anything. Okay, that much easy how to do that. Let's say I can selecting SharePoint and select any one of the site list from the. I can use something lean events and connects. You can able to see the application. Normally we do with SharePoint, model driven apps, everything have a new edit view feature, right? The same thing available now. Just run, you developed, you can able to see, you can able to add new item. You want to give item details about that new events. Like that we can able to add all the stuff and save it. Okay, that's much easy. You can able to see, you can get the data immediately, and also you can able to edit, delete, everything is by default. You are providing a screen without doing anything. We are getting like that. Just you can able to publish. Okay, that much fast. We can need to always control, right? We can go here and we can able to share, give the name, sample, what is say, demo one. Okay, I can say save. It will save and it will ask you to publish and share to whoever you want to grant. That much fast you can able to bring your particular database, any database, not only SharePoint. I'm talking about your SQL Server, your Oracle, doesn't matter. Whatever connectors available, you can able to do. That's it. You can able to use any user and you can able to add it. Okay, and you can grant a co-owner or a permission to the particular list or the SharePoint. You can able to share. That's much fast. You can able to do that. And when you want to do some customized or something like data, we can easy to create our some little like developers, right? And they can also do it. This is a way you can able to do tablet view or a phone view. Now these all four platforms are available in your phones also, right? You can able to create and you can very fast you can able to develop. Uh, it's not a challenges on everything. If you have an idea about Excel formulas, then you can able to come inside Power Platform, any letter thing. For example, you are in Power BI. It's just whatever the pivot Power Query formulas, right? Just this move to the Power BI queries. Likewise, we can everything is like a formulas. Nothing is new or any challenges are in the platform. Okay, you can able to use the flow also very fast. We can able to do. That's the reason any business developers, that's citizen developers can able to do, and also end user can able to do. That's you can that's Microsoft and thinking that we are going to another 5 years or 4 years. Most of the applications, like around 60 to 70 applications, are moving to low code solution. That's the expectation in the whole world. Okay, at least 70% going to the no low code solution. What are the critical applications? Something like they are not ready to move. Otherwise, most of the application we are moving to the low codes. That much fast customers are moving. Customers thinking why we need to pay just to pay the license and use it. After 1 year, if you don't want the application, you throw it, or you don't want the users to use it, just remove it and cancel the license. That's all benefit, right? Because if you're paying $5,000 and getting a product, and you can using a whole organization. Same thing, you want to only 5 or 10 users going to use, just buy that 10 users product, and how much months you want you can able to use, and if you don't want you can remove it like that. Likewise, we can able to go, right? Pay as you go, like that you can go, right? That much fast we can adapt to the cloud. That's because of the cloud we can able to do. That's now Power Platform increased the ability to bring more coding with the Visual Studio also. That's our moving there. Okay, you can able to do the coding side also. This because of everyone moving to low code solution, some developer point of views and improve some of the components, everything implementation. That all side also we can Microsoft improving it. You can able to adapt. Okay, when you come to the global and hyperscale enterprise grade platform, you need to understand the powerful capabilities, and whatever the capabilities, that's fine. We have all data, right? We need to understand about the governance. Without governance, no power platform will work. Okay, because of always need to careful on that. For example, you are in Europe. You said GDPR come in place, right? If you are in US, California have a different policies there. If in US have other policies, and we have every country or every region have a different policies applicable for the data, right? When you planning for a power platform, if you need to think about it, right? If you are planning to share some data from Europe to India, then they won't allow, because that is not an idea, right? Indian users, if you are accessing, then they say this is a wrong because of the data is belongs to GDPR compliance. Then we need to think about that's a governance policy, and data loss preventions are very important to set for Power Platform. Okay, and compliance leadership is very, again we need to plan for the compliance leadership. Secure by design. With the design itself, we need to secure it. Okay, we have to design the environment. This is only for these user. This environment for these users, and you can plan for not only the environments. You need to plan for all the licensing side and what apps you can allow to use. For example, I have 18 apps that right now it's available. All 518 allowed, then the organization don't have any security, right? We don't know about all the apps, what their functionality, what they're doing, everything, right? What are the really required? That apps only you can able to enable. Okay, and that's the reason we are coming with the data loss prevention. We have two options. One is business apps, one is non-business apps, and another one is called apps that's nothing but blocked. We don't want to bring inside my organization. Some apps you feel that I don't want to bring these particular apps in my organization because it's a security violation for my organization policy. Okay, maybe that is a good app, but when my organization, every organization have a different governance and different policy, right? When you go for a healthcare organization, they have a different policy. If you are a parasitical, they have a different policy. When you come to the finance or the retail, everyone have their own different policies and governance applicable. That's a data. Based on that you can plan to secure. Okay, when you go parasitical or any research organization, always they say that organization itself, other person can't see the data that much. They are secure because they're doing research. They say if you go with the retail type of applications, they say outside of my organization don't want to share, but inside, okay, my teams are able to see because of it is common to our whole organization. Like it, everyone have that different governance. The governance will applicable based on their usage, how they are using, how they are sharing the data, everything. Okay, that's we need to plan. And how we can restrict the access to the users, they can control that. Okay, when you come to that, okay, let's say when you come to Power Platform, another thing, no limit. We have pro developers plus Power Platform, no limit. You can able to utilize your Azure functions, cognitive services, logic apps, whatever you want to use from the Azure servers, and also Azure data services. And also we can able to utilize your Visual Studio and Visual Studio code for your development. Okay, for example, I want a PCF controls for my Power Apps. I can use my coding part and it can develop and build it and deploy in my application like we can able to, right? That's why we are going there. Okay, they say it will not only for a business developers or a citizen developers or end user. It's common for your developers also, because developer can able to integrate more on that. Okay, more than normally conversational what is in Power Virtual Agent. I want to bring my own cognitive services built-in solution inside my app or bot. How we can bring that's it's not possible. Okay, they can include it. You can integrate this is not a, it's difficult, it's easy to bring. And also same conversational app, but we can able to communicate your Azure, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent like that. We can have an option to anywhere link to all the application, all Power Platform, and also any data source. Not only limited with Microsoft products, it will allow to access from outside because it's a connectors come in place. Okay, and input data versus there. That's more secure and more efficient and more scalable. That's the reason preferred by Microsoft recommends also. If you are planning for a new database to do data management, then go with the Dataverse. It's easy to do and easy to add relationship, easy to add business rules without writing any. That is a no code database. Database normally no code is won't be there, right? Always we have a coding concept, right? I have a SQL statement, insert, it's edit, alter, create everything. But here nothing is there. Everything you can create from the UI with including relationship and business logics, conditions, everything you can able to do from the UI. That's the benefit of Dataverse. Okay. When you come to the architecture, now we are moving to the architecture, Power Platform, how it looks, and we can understand the data, how we can handle. Okay. When you come to architecture, you want to know, first thing you know about the environment. Okay, already I told, right? When you are thinking about the environment, any region, you can plan for a restriction based on the region. Okay, Europe region, UK, and Australia, Asia, India, United Kingdom, like that. We need to control. How to control? That's a Microsoft introduced the concept of environment. Environment is nothing but it's a container. Okay, it's a bots. Okay, we can plan. Oh, these bots is for only Europe region. This is bots for Australia region. This is bots for Asia region. This bots for United States. Like that, we can able to split. Okay, that's we can able to control that. That the same bots we can able to create multiple environments. For example, US, I have 10 environment I can want for the two teams using one team is the dev testing and production. Other team is dev testing production like that. We can able to create multiple environments based on the requirement. We have two reason we are coming to environment. Okay, one is you can able to divide the same tenant with a dev test production with the environment region. Okay, and the same way another option is we can control the region where your data is belongs to it, where your storage. For example, I work with an organization in UK. What they told is we are not ready to share any data in US data centers. Okay, they are not ready to do it. The Ireland data center, because Europe Microsoft data center is available in Ireland. They are really happy to do that, but that time Power Platform not introduced the Ireland environment with uh, um, Power Platform data center. Okay, then they are request most of the organizations not ready to do. Then Maxa included everything in Ireland. Also, then we have a data. They feel that right. The data belongs to Europe region itself because they have a lot of controls there in the whole countries. Right. They have a GDPR compliance always in front. Any data you are using, if you have any misuse or anything residing with other region, then they will question you, not only the organization, the whole the country governance policy people come and say question them. That's the reason they always careful on that. What they are doing. Okay, that's the reason the environment is come in place. Environment is very good to do for your flows, apps, and virtual agents. Everywhere the different environment you can able to create and manage the data. Okay, environments are tied to a geographic location. I already told that is a configured at the time of environment is created. While creating, first time whenever you're creating tenant and creating a first power up apps or power automate you are creating, that is created in the default environment. Okay, you can able to rename the default environment, but you can't change delete the default environment. It will create automatically whenever first time you are creating. Every tenant has a default environment. You don't have a database, just it will create. You want a database, then you can create. Then because the common data, so that's a dataverse have a license should be there. One per environment. Okay, the database create also it will one per one environment. It's a 1 GB size it will create maximum. Okay, we can able to create multiple environment if you have a license with the we have two type of licenses there. Normally we have a P2 license there, and we have a capacity based license. Okay, capacity means you can create a number of environments. Most of the organization they are prefer to use like the capacity capacity based license. Okay, but when you come to small organization, they will go with a user based license, right? I want only 10 users, 10, 20 users. Why you need to pay more, right? We need to go for the proper licensing. Always careful, because if you are using E3 and E5, you are not going to use any premium connectors, and also I'm not going to use any CDS. That means dataverse. Then I go with the E3, E5 is enough, right? No need to use this other connectors. When you want to use premium connectors and you want to use dataverse, then obviously you need to go, and also the approval overflow also record database. You need to buy the database for that. Okay, that's why we can plan accordingly. What we are premium connectors always required license, that is $15 for Power Automate. Power Apps we have reduced with 10 from October 1st, and we can go with everywhere. We have the different price. We need to pay based on the usage. If you want, you can use. Don't want to pay for everything, right? For example, I have 100 users. I go for 5 users only can go use at premium. Then what's the purpose of another 95 users to buy a premium license, right? Not required. That's the way we can able to calculate your amount, and you can get the license. Based on that, you can plan for your environment. Okay, that's say how we are planning your data and how we are accessing the data. Everything you decide on the environment. And also, when you come to non-default environment, offer more control over permission. Okay, you can able to grant the permission, says these are only specific group you can go access. And non-default environment creation can be restricted to only global and service admins from the Power Platform Admin Center. Okay, we can able to control, and we have a different type of environment we can able to create. When you come to learning purpose, best approach is we can go with the developer subscription. Okay, and we have one more in the developer subscription itself. We have one more option called community plan. We have two things. If you want a two environment with you want to play around it, you can able to use. And if you are working with your organization, the organization want to provide some place to play around it, you can use the trial version for your organization. That there's a subscription trial version. Okay, based on the user subscription, they will providing a trial version. That's a 30 days limit, one per user. Okay, how much users we have, we can able to create the environment. And we have the default one already told is a by default will create, and it's a personal productivity asset. Okay, sandbox and protection. What is sandbox and protection? That's we need to understand clear. Whenever using sandbox, that means you are using that environment for your testing or your development. Okay, mostly development is a sandbox, and testing also you can prefer to use. When you go for production, don't use the sandbox, you can use the production. That means production environments not allowed to delete, only whenever you want to. If for example I need to plan to delete the production environment, what I need to do first, I can make that production to sandbox, then I can able to delete. Okay, otherwise not allowed the production. And also we have more security and more concern from Microsoft part when you say this is a production. That's the reason whenever you are really planning for production environment, then you can select a production part. Okay, based on your requirement you can select it. Okay, and establish the environment, assign your admins the Power Platform Service admin role, which grants full access to the Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI and Power Virtual Agent. Resist the creation of new trial and production environment to admins. Okay, don't want to create them. Treat the default environments of production personal productivity environment for your business groups, and renaming the recommend environment with whatever recommendation you can do it. And whenever go for other groups. Okay, how we can do that environment? Now we are understand that environment, right? When I can show before going to the uh, architecture one, I'll show the environment. Okay, just to go with the admin center. How we go admin center, you can say any Power Apps or Power Automate, go to the wheel icon, the settings icon, right? Go here, you can see the admin center. You should be a admin permission you need required. It's a tenant admin or a administrator, then able to see that. Okay, this is the way you can see that. Here I can see you can able to see multiple environment, right? You have a two developer environment, one default environment. Okay, you can able to create multiple environment like that. Okay, whenever the same environment you can able to see here, you can see environment, which environment you want to make it everything. Okay, here you can be able to control the environment. For example, I want to create one new environment. Okay, this is all default, right? I can use some trial environment. Okay, let's say test demo environment. Okay, demo environment. I can make it just a trial environment, or you want to use something sandbox, anything you can do. Because if you are creating it, it will always say that if you select the database, then it's not allowed to do that, because database already I used with, because it's a developer subscription. I used it. If you have permanent your own subscription, the license, then you can able to create, because of database always is a separate price you need to pay for that. Okay, let's say created India region. You can select the region where you want to belongs to. Okay, your data is reside to Europe or US, India, like that. You can decide where my data will. And also we have a preview option. This preview option will help you to say where the preview is, any new changes come in. First thing you can see able to see in the preview United States. Okay, always remember that is just to one learning purpose. You can use it. Okay, don't go and use it for your production or sandbox, anything. That thing development you don't use, just for learning. We have new features coming, how we say it, how it looks, everything. Because after coming in a permanent one, Microsoft bring a new look and feel, everything. Because Power Platform now very fast growing. Teams also very fast growing. These two products you can see every time they coming with a new UI, new changes, lot of changes happening. Okay, let's say careful on that. Okay, let's say don't want to affect our environment whenever new changes come in. You can learn from there, and you can don't use the preview. Okay, others any environment you can any country, doesn't matter. Europe and United States, they can bring all the things are very fast. Okay, that's the first thing they can bring. If you want to create a database, select it and click next. You can able to select the language and the currency what you want to pay for that, and you want to sample app like that, download the database, just remove it and click save. Okay, it's creating an environment. Yeah, the environment is created. You can be able to see here. The environment is ready, right? Develop a demo environment. When you go for any apps or Power Automate, wherever it goes, you can able to see that environment. Okay, just I'll refresh it. Because of environment we have huge benefits, data loss prevention, and you can able to control the permissions, everything. You can have a split option, right? Where you are, for example, like my company is available most of the 40 countries. How I handle that's easy, right? Handling is doesn't matter. You can, every country have a different policy, you can able to applicable for your data also, you can plan. Okay, now we can able to see, where is it? You can see, oh, not refreshed. 1 second. I can see here, but it is taking little time. It will build there. Maybe it's not refreshed my cache. We'll see. Okay, there's no worry. It will be there. Okay, now we can getting this environment with a one more environment I create as a trial one, right? You can see in 29 days is valid only. You can able to after 29 days you can create again. Don't worry about it. You can able to create. Okay, then the data loss will coming back. Now you understand how to create the environment, right? How to control that environment you can able to do. And also if you want to convert this particular environment, I'm playing with that. Suddenly you want to convert, you can see the convert to production in the top. When you click convert to production, it will ask you to note the environment service passed to few minutes while converting, like that it takes the process in the background. And also if you want to change the name of this particular environment or any environment, you can go open it and also add a database, everything. It's all we can carefully grant the permission. Okay, but how we can grant the permission? Let's say when you go to here, you can any environment, I just click it, right? You can able to see. I'll use this one. Did I have the database? Why they know database? Okay. Here, when you adding a database, it will ask you to select the security. Okay. If, what security you want to group. Okay. These are the security groups available in my Office 365. You can able to select which group you want to grant. Okay. So for example, I can say this is a new project, means that's nothing but it's a Teams group you can have. You can reuse here, able to select what are the groups you want, which group belongs to my, this whole whole environment. Okay, you can plan for that particular environment, what group you want to plan. Then internally you can able to control the items level, because model driven apps, everything you have a option to grant a permission based on particular item, everything. That's the every endpoints you can able to control that. That's the benefit of the data. Okay, the same. Okay. When we come to this one, okay, that's the environment ready. Let's say we can go back, just I can say how we are architecture wise very tightly coupled, how handle the all the security features, everything, because that's a very important, right? When you come to power apps or power automate, the default environment is available, or any environment you can say it's available, and the background is a Azure. Without Azure Active Directory, we don't have a login, right? We have a Azure Active Directory and Azure, because it's a cloud. Azure is there. And also, if you go for Power Automate, we have a Logic Apps. It's a Logic App is a base. For example, .NET, we have a Visual Studio and doing all the projects, everything. But the base is .NET framework, right? Whatever version 3, 4, like that. That's a base, same like that. Power Apps also we have a base is Logic Apps. Logic App is available in Azure. You can able to, if you are, that should be have a developer knowledge. If you are a non-developer, you can't be able to do that. So it should be a developer knowledge, then you can able to do. But always careful then when you're creating a logic apps also, it will charge you. But if the benefit is not a user license. It is logic app is totally a whatever you are usaging that based on license. Okay, usage is something huge, but compared to license, if you are planning for 1,000 employees license, then logic app is very good. But always remember that Power Apps is always you can plug and play like that. You'll remove the license, play it, and also any user can able to play around with any small flow created or any steps you can add. All stuff you can able to, and function management, everything in plugged. Whenever come to Power Platform, always is tightly coupled with Office 365. Already Office 365 like that, right? 29 endpoints are there. We can able to control that. All the SharePoint, Teams, Exchange, Excel, all the applications are communicated with your Power Apps and Power Automate. Okay, that's a title coupled. Already you know that Office 365 have more than let's say 10 for 10 11 years or right, you can see it's already established and it's very secured, no issue on anyone facing, everything is properly going right. Then you can able to utilize the security from Office 365 tenant, right? Whatever the Office 365 security features, you can able to auditing log, protection part, everything you can control from your Office 365. But always remember that you need a E5 license or your premium license required from Office 365. Let's say E5 is required. E3 for some of the features. E3 goes to 30 days data available in the audit log. But when you go E5, it will have 90 days. That's the difference. You can plan accordingly how much you're. Otherwise, you can buy a separate like add-on with the security enough. We want to security features I want for my application, but I don't want Office 365. That time you have a other add-on is also there. You can able to use it. When you come to title couple, the next one is we have a licensing security features from model-driven apps. And the other thing is you can able to communicate from on-premises data. That's again is a big challenge, right? On-premise data, you need to take care of data security. That's why we are using a data gateway. Data gateway, on-premises data gateway, you can able to communicate with your on-premises uh, data to get the data from your SharePoint, your SQL Server, or your Excel file, also your local file with the C drive or the D drive. You can able to add for your Power BI or your apps using on-premises data gateway. That's the benefit of communicating from the on-premise data. The production part, we can see a live application could be shared when common data or dedicated department like that. We can plan it, and we have the okay. When you come to here power apps environment, we always careful on the environment part. We really don't want any databases. Don't take it. Then the license we are don't want to pay. Only E3 E5 is enough based on your premium selection. Okay. And if you are using model driven apps, business process flow, then you can plan for. That's it. And what are the security things? This is the environment you are splitting. Then you can easily manage the users. Okay, how to control the admin, how to control the makers, how to control the system customizer, like that we can easily manage from the CDS dataverse for your model driven apps and granting a permission for the particular item. For example, I'm viewing a 4 or 5 table in my model driven app. I need to grant some for using the business process flow. I have 5 steps. The second step, I want to stop some permission for some users. Someone is disturbing. Please mute. Okay, sorry. Okay, when you come to that, you can able to control that user point of view. You can able to control. That's everyone. You can know how to handle the user permission, everything, right? Out of that user, more than user, we need a data loss prevention. That's very important. Need to control the office DLP with the connectors. What are the connectors you are allowed to use? What are the business process flow to communicate? These all you need to control, right? That data is very important from here, because you are communicating multiple different type of data. We need to plan for your organization, decide these are the connectors only allowed from my organization. Otherwise someone is wrongly use my data, like that, because we need to carefully enable. And also sensitive parts also we can able to bring, because the data sensitivity is very important, right? And sensitive data transferring to from your organization, like that, that's sensitive labels you can create, you can able to control. It's all from Office 365. DLPs come from your Power Platform itself. uh, Data sensitivity, you can use the label creation, and you can control the high priority data, or something is important data, confidential data, sensitive data, like that. You can divide your credit card information or something like that. You can manage from your Office 365. That's a benefit of Office 365 tenant. It's tightly coupled with your Power Platform. That's a benefit now. You understand, right? This is the architecture you can able to control with the data loss prevention. When you come to securing your environment, first you need to know, you can see the conditional access and environment roles, how we can grant it. Going a little faster, can close. Okay. Resource permission for apps, flows, custom connectors. We are granting every roles and permission based on the particular area, and you can do with the CDS security roles to control the data who are reading the data, or modifying data from the CDS. And across the tenant, I can inbound and outbound restriction to all the connectors to cloud services and cloud part, because you are connecting outside, right? Outside any data source. Not only Microsoft products is having Salesforce or your SAP, Oracle, everything you can able to connect. That's a always careful on that point. We can how you are inbound and outbound working. Okay, there is no such thing to security through obesity. Always you need to take care. Power Apps and Power Automate do not provide users with access to any data assets that they don't already have access to. Okay, that's a remember that. If you're granting access, only they able to access. And also this Power Platform not allowed to use by external user. If they want, they need to create a new user in that Azure Active Directory and get a license. Then only they able to access. That's the reason we have more control on that. Okay, and users should only have access to data that they really require to access. Okay, we need to plan accordingly. Okay, and also the conditional service access you can control from your Azure Active Directory premium record. Need to control for your user group, device, and location. You can able to use the using premium license, means you are P2 license, right? P1, P2 premium is there in Azure Active Directory. Based on your requirement, any group changes, everything you want, you can do P2. Otherwise, P1 is enough to do all the user group and device and location based control. And also you can able to use the Intune to control your location and device based control from Intune, right? Intune part you can control your how where you are accessing everything, and also the database part having created. Now I can go just to move that on. Okay. And we can think about the prevent the data leakage. Okay, that's very important. You need to know about the data loss prevention policies. The DLP enforce rules which connectors can be used together by classifying the connectors as business data only or no business. It's a main thing. For example, I'm developing one flow. I'm adding it suddenly one action is saying that this is not your business data. That's why it's not allowed to access, like that. That type of scenarios you can always careful. These two groups is available everywhere. Totally three groups. One is business data only. One is no business data allowed. And third one is a block to apps. You can able to block. You can select your business data, whatever you are regularly using, flow and apps, you can add it first. Then if you're adding the other non-business data connector, it will not allow to use it in your flow. It will say that your company policy protection, or in the name of the policy say that it's not allowing. You can request to your administrator if really want that. Okay, that way you can able to control. For example, how to creating the data loss preventions. Okay, when you go to the environment, we have a data policies there in the left hand side in the admin center. We can it's already a lot of policies are there. Just I can creating a new policy. Okay, we can able to create a new policy. You can grant a demo 01 and you can say next. What are the items you want to make it business? For example, I feel that I can granting another 50 apps only allowed to use by my environment who are using that I can decide. Okay, the SharePoint, Excel, OneDrive, these are standard one, right? I can allow them. Dynamic 365 dependent, Salesforce, OneDrive, SQL Server, Dropbox, and we can say some of the other Azure Container Instance, Adobe, PDF service if you want. Like that, you can add some of the things. I can make it whatever I selected, I can make it as move to business. Okay, that's the first selection I can do it. And then you can see now 12 business. If you are using Salesforce or OneDrive, any one of these available in the business uh, connector, it will not allow you to use non-business connector in your flow. Okay, remember that. Flow apps, that's always condition that business data only allowed in business data, non-business. If you are using anyone is app from here, it's not allowed to take the business part. Okay, that's a you always remember that. You can able otherwise you can leave it everything is a non-business, then it will not no error throws. But you can able to do that blocking unwanted stuff. You can able for example, I don't want Amazon Red Sheet, just block. Okay, don't Amazon S3 is there, Amazon SQ is there. Like that, whatever things I feel that my organization not support my governance and policy, then I go and block it. First thing to do. Then this is not only organization level, we are creating one policy. You can create policy. How to do that? I'll tell you. When you click next, you can able to come here and you can say that you can add a connector pattern. You can see non-business group or business school like that. You can save it and you can see give the host or URL pattern you want to use or it you can do. Otherwise, take next. Here you can decide which are my environments are allowed. Okay, first thing is you are a first time you are doing default environment. We can granting a permission most of the stuff to all the organization allowed to do that one. You can create for default environment. Second policy you can create for, we can create some environment for training purpose. People can play around it. That also allowed for everyone or every environment wise. You can create some training environment. There you can restrict the data against your organization. That's all you can restrict. Okay. Otherwise, fine. That's the second stage. Third stage, always remember that particular region you want to, for example, I'm in Europe, I need to control the Europe region data. Same time, I can prefer all the times. Let's say I can say multiple environment or exclude this environment like that design. Say I can say I don't want to allow the dev environment, demo environment to any of my this policy applicable users. Okay, then I can say this environment who are accessing that people have a restriction on that. Okay, just click add policy. It will bring the items and click next. Okay, now we can able to see that what are the items are enabled and create a policy. Now you can able to see that policy here. You get demo policy, right? Likewise, you can able to control the data loss part with the outside connectors accessing from your particular environment. Okay, that's how we can create how to. That's the best practice we need to do, right? Just I can show you. Okay, when you come to secure data loss prevention for the DLP part, create a policy spanning all environment that blocks all unsupported non-Microsoft connectors and classifies all Microsoft connectors as business data. Okay, that's you can plan first like that. And not only like that, this is a Microsoft recommendation. That's a they say Microsoft. If you feel that I want some of the connectors are recommended to my organization, you can make that also is a business data. Then that is we have a splitting a different environment like the default one is by default we have some training environment and we have a production test dev for Europe and production dev test for USA like that. You can split some multiple environment for region wise. Wherever goes that user only accessible. Now you can say blocking a unwanted, unsupported non-Microsoft connectors or anything. If you don't want to use it, first block it for all. You can select with all and say block because if you have multiple policy you created, which one is highly restricted, it will applicable. That's why remember that. Okay. The second one is you need to decide your default one and your training things are have some business restriction one, but you can open some more items, right? Restrict the business data items, and you can allow them to play around it, other connectors. Users can use it and understand, right? You really record, all right. And first you can block, right? The top level you are blocked, unwanted stuff. Second level you are granting some of the time training. Third level you can do it granting some policies one and two above, permit certain connectors and connector combinations. You can go with that corresponding environment. Finally, you can add one other policies for particular item you want to plan. For Europe and have a specific policy. Don't want to use some outside connectors like that. That type of scenario you can grant. Likewise, you can plan. Okay, commonly you can block unwanted stuff one, and secondly, you can control the business data, whatever you are granting for your play learnings. Third, only you are planning for your proper business for which location based on that you can decide. Okay. This way you can able to control the data loss prevention. Then monitoring the item, you can easily monitor, and I can show you that will do faster. Okay, and we can say I'll show the screen. Okay, let's say second one is auditing that. We can want to alert get. You want to, for example, some user you want to monitor this user what he did. Everything can able to track it. Okay, that's a tracking purpose to control and everything. Just I'll show you. When you go to the office.com, you can say protection dot office.com. You can go, otherwise you can go admin dot or go, or you can able to use the compliance.office.com also fine. Everything is the same only. You can go here. You can see here search. You can here search. Audit log search is there. We can see able to utilize most of the features from protection. Okay, we can able to use the data loss prevention. Everything you can control from here. You can able to make the data is very sensitive, or your data is very uh, the normal data anyone can access like that. You can able to control. Okay, when you come to the audit log, you can understand how we can who access it, who deleted it, everything you can able to track it. Okay, and also we can able to get the response. You can able to, for example, I can select something the data like April. Okay, I hope it's some data is there, and I can say we need to use only 90 days data to search. I can select like this, and I can go activity. You want to select any deleted item, for example, power power BI deleted power BI dashboard, or we can say we can use power apps, everything automate as just I can say flow. Okay, let's say flow. Yeah, deleted flow or edited flow like that you can control. Still it's a flow which they using. Soon they will change to power automate. Okay, that's why you can able to control like anyone deleted or something like that. I can say search. It will bring all the data, who did it, who the activity, what activity happened, everything they bring it. Okay, you can select first if you are using first time this one you need to enable, but I think the no data is there. We can say some other dates, can maybe take to February, and I can say something like it's and search. I not filtering anything, just this filter. I can take some data. You can see that what activity create the list item. Everything can track from here. Can control who did it, and also when you come here, you can able to do the auditing also to identify who did it. Everything. Okay, the user who work on it. Everything you can plan. Okay. When you come to the audit, other one is we can able to use alert. Okay, that's a what is it? Alerts. When you alerts is a benefit for example, I want to monitor one of the resource. He is doing something wrong like that. I can plan. I feel that. Then I can able to create alert. Okay, let's say why is not uh, because the severity is not there. One second. Let's say there's a new view recently they modified. One second. I'll get go here some other data. They're not added. Okay. Okay. I think it's the new view is not bringing because it's a new view loaded, right? It's a old view still there. I believe it's a migrate soon. There you can able to control that. For example, I'm accessing and deleting any data. You can able to monitor. You want to get some alert or any changes you did like that. You can able to control the data, who doing that activity, everything you can able to monitor. If otherwise you want to search and do right, you can able to get the alerts from there. You can identify the particular person details. Then you can able to easily identify and benefit out of that. You can control that, right? That's the benefit of data part. Okay, we have huge things and say we have timeless time, right? That's I'm moving. Before that, just you know about my session ID 26381. Then you have any questions, please raise now in the comment window or ask me. I can help you. Uh, this part, no code. I'm not covering any code because it's a very small time, right? Otherwise, we can use some PowerShell to control the same stuff with that data loss prevention. We can easily refer. If you want, I can share the codes. We can see. Okay, like this, just I'm showing here in the screen. Like this, we can able to control all the check the path length, syntax valid, like that you can able to control it. And also we can download directory, we can use this all the from Power Platform side, we can use it. Cleaning any files already there. We can able to use all these commands to manage it. Not only this one, this is just a session option. We can able to huge number of PowerShell we can do. During a latest release, I saw that we can apply it. Yes, we can able to use the actions. Yes, yeah. I don't see the option, but this is not at released. That action is not released. I believe the Ignite is coming November, right? They announced it's a preview only is they released, not at come in our flow. Because of flow, we have a lot of capabilities not there, right? Because of when you come to data, that's now running with a no service account, like a lot of conditions there. Microsoft bringing a lot of new items, the session code. Just I'm sharing my screen. 26381. Any other questions, anyone? But I didn't see the option while showing the demo. Just wanted to know is it still applicable. Not yet received that particular part. You can see it's Ignite this November. We can see. Okay, can share your session code again. Yeah, already shared. Yeah, great session. Thank you everyone. Thank you for the join this my session. Really go and do if you are a power platform, then really think about governance and policy. That's very important because you need to do a playing around the data, right? Sharing the data to the users. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Then next session I will start at 6:30 by who's there? A day in a life in Azure Sentinel Analytics by Rod Trent. You can follow the same. Uh, if you're following the same track, you can go it. Or the other track, we have 637 that is Kubernetes Security by Neelan Power. And the track one, there's another security part is going on. Enhance your Microsoft 365 forms without compromising privacy and security. Okay, that's not one. That is this 330, right? Temporary access pass key for unlocking the passwordless. Which one is you preferred? You can go. There's a lot of great speakers are there. You can learn from them. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You want? Yes, I want. Is this good? Yeah. If you want, I will. You will see.